Hello, I'm Kyle Sutherland, and I have pretty basic American culture. I'm Christian, I believe in good morals, and I enjoy what most men do in America, like food, sports, and family. I also like to celebrate the basic holidays such as Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I'm doing my project on a guy named Daryl Shangplang, who I was introduced to through one of my roommates. We met 2 days ago in a coffee shop and talked for a little bit. He's studying abroad from India, and he is currently a fifth-year student here at MSU. He's majoring in economics and plans to go back to India once he is finished here at MSU. He grew up in a traditional family of four with a mom, dad, and sister, and he also believes in good morals and enjoys sports, mainly soccer, a lot like I do, so we have a pretty decent amount in common. So a typical day for Dale waking up and going to bed is pretty similar to mine, as he wakes himself up with coffee and he goes to bed by drinking tea, which is pretty much what I do. He also likes doing normal activities that I would do during the day, such as working out, hanging out with friends, playing sports or video games, and spending time with family. Top three things Daryl was worried about in high school was getting accepted to a good college abroad, getting a scholarship to make it affordable, and to get a good GPA. I can relate to him on all these things, as getting good grades and test scores were mainly a problem for me in high school. I was also a little worried about fitting in and making friends, which he didn't have to worry about at all, because Daryl said that high school stereotypes of jocks, nerds, and athletes were not there in his high school. Everyone was viewed the same, which is very different from my high school, where there were many stereotypes and popularity scale that so many people were worried about. Top three things that made Daryl happy in high school was the soccer team winning the state championship, his friends deciding to study abroad with him, and his parents allowing him to leave the country to pursue his education elsewhere. I also played soccer in high school, so I know what the feeling is like when our team wins. It brings happiness to me. But friends and video games were mainly my source of happiness in high school, so I can't really relate to him other than that. Daryl prepared for the ACT and SAT just like we did, as is a major determinant as to what college he would get accepted to and how much scholarship money he would get into, especially in the United States. He prepared for these tests by purchasing a lot of study guides and books for the tests, and he spent most of his time studying to obtain the perfect score. I bought books and practice tests as well, but for these exams, I definitely didn't spend my time studying to get the perfect score because I knew it probably wouldn't be possible. I'm not a genius. As we shared pictures, I noticed that they all dressed up in the same clothing every day, and that some of their buildings and schools were works of art as a structure, and inside were pristine and high class. Compared to my high school, we were allowed to wear what we wanted to wear every day, and our high school had more of a moderate structure look to it. During this whole conversation, I was expecting to get blown away by how different his culture is and way of life is from mine, but honestly, we're more similar than I thought. It was interesting to hear about the different traditions, foods, and social life he had in India compared to the United States. But it also seems like their high school educational system is more organized and serious in India than it is in the United States.